Good evening and welcome to Banquet Update. I'm your host, Stephen Moore. Guys, I need a co-host. Do you know of anyone that can give me a confident, bold opinion, whether I ask for it or not?
How about Dan Downey?
That'd be great. You know where he is?
Yeah, Steve, I'm literally right here next to you, dude.
Dan, my fellow senior. Good to have you on the show.
Steve, good to be here. Fantastic season we've had so far here for the Wheaton Thunder Golf Program. A lot of golf shots, probably more than we've wanted. Many memorable personalities to go along with it.
Dan, you're absolutely right. Let's take a look back at some of the people that have made the team just what it is.
Matt Adams, living legend. Steve, your thoughts?
Dan, all I really know, the kid wears suit pants to Cantini. He has a gorgeous swing. Every fifth shot is a shank straight right, super consistent. I mean, Dan, what's the key to this kid's success?
Well, Stephen, I can tell you confidently that this kid gets more sleep than a bear in hibernation, and it's because of one very specific reason. Keep in mind, the kid only ever sleeps alone.
Dan, you're absolutely right. I believe in response to sleeping with someone else, he said, "That's just not my thing."
Could be tough in marriage one day. Now, moving on.
Tommy, yes sir, Cardinal. Dan, your thoughts?
Well, Steve, I can tell you firsthand, I've never seen someone deliberate quite so long as Tommy Cardle did about who he was going to take to the golf banquet. Wonder who he ended up taking.
Dan, what's it like having a cartoon character on your team?
Steve, it's great, but I can tell you, it's even scarier when your cartoon character can tell you how many greens in regulation every single PGA Tour pro hit in 2011.
He's got a lot of time on his hands.
In other news, Tyler Kukalai.
Dan, it's funny you mentioned Tyler. I recently did a Google search on him. He's all over the internet. Let me see if I can... Yep, here it is.
He's a cute little critter.
Ben Souders, a real pillar on the Wheaton College golf team. Here to comment on his 2011-2012 golf season, Ben Souders.
Career!
Ben, it's nice to have you on the show. Oh, one second. Sorry, I got something for you. I know you like these. It's great.
Hold on, phone call. What's up, Blake? Career, MC Hammer, DFL. I hear you try.
Nice to have you on the show. Covering the women's team, let's send it out to the stunning, always elegant
Debbie Bozeos. Debbie?
Thank you, gentlemen. I am out here on the golf course dodging snot rockets blown by Miss Christabel Bishman. Christabel had an amazing opening season for her golf career, breaking 100 for the first time just 2 weeks ago. And now the award for MVL, the most valuable laugh on this golf team. The award goes to Miss Alexa Tyler, who, after hitting a tree off the 10th tee box and watched as her ball went behind her, used her laugh to carry her through the rest of the round, shooting just 2 over par for the rest of the 9. I tried to catch our next golfer at the track, but she was a little too fast for me. Speaking of fast, Sarah Moore wins the award for the most scandalous. She is the first female golfer in history to ever sleep in a hotel room with a boy on the men's team.
Interesting. Matt Adams can't even sleep with a guy.
We were happy to have Ellie Moore on our team for several events this season. She played well, and she didn't follow in her sister's footsteps. She didn't moon any old men.
For our final female golfer, we're joined by Debbie Bazais in the studio. Debbie?
Gretchen Ganther shot her career round of 85 while we were playing out in Arizona. Ganther the Panther.
Getting back to the men's side, Spencer Anderson, one of the two lefty golfers we're privileged to have on the Wheaton golf team, bringing some hockey spin to this group.
Yeah, what's that about?
Steve, I don't know, but what I do know is the kid's older than Gandalf the Grey.
Ben Meyer, always bringing an especially classy style to the golf course.
Steve, absolutely right. To be honest with you, I never thought I'd see a flat-brimmed blue Denver Nuggets hat accompanied by long black basketball socks on a golf premises.
And unusually hairy legs.
Wound that hybrid.
Speaking of Ben Meyer, Ryan Augustine.
Meyer, wind my hybrid, roll more on it.
An accent thicker than Wisconsin cheese curds.
Second to last, but certainly not least, the junior stallion, Johnny Tink. Steve?
Dan, I've never seen a gentleman with more perfectly ironed pants and shirts. The kid looks great. He works out twice a day. He enjoys looking at himself in the mirror.
And now, to conclude tonight's segment with a special interview with one of the seniors on the team, the incredible Kois Hulk. Stephen Kois, thanks for joining us here in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Beautiful day out there on the golf course. How'd you play?
I played real well. I hit a lot of good shots.
Steve, rumor has it you had a hole-in-one this year. Tell us about it.
I did. Yeah, I was on the 8th hole, 270 yards, so I hit a pitching wedge. And I was going through the air, and Kukulai actually said,
Jar.
yes, that's what he said. And then, I was flying through the air, hit the green, went in the hole. It was very exciting.
Steve, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Dan. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, a special message from your coach.
Team, hope you're enjoying the banquet. Polly, you look stunning. My name is Kent Moore. We're guests of Jeff Meyer, and behind me there's my wife Janet.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
More.
Perfection.
Thanks for joining us this evening on Banquet Update. We'll see you next year.
Wait, Steve, we're graduating. Career! Ooh, that's awkward. Career!
All right, I think that'll be good.
No, I don't think it will be.